I'm not gonna lie, I have that itch to play War of the Spark. I don't think I ever was very good at War of the Spark, so I imagine we'll be done fairly quickly. But I want to give this a try. It's been, what, 5 years since this came out? Oh, I don't even want to think of that. It has been about 5 years since this came out. Planewalker heavy. I remember board stalls being a real deal. Planeswalkers being very influential. I don't remember fixing being there a whole lot. What was it? Heartfire or whatever, where you could sacrifice a planeswalker to deal 4 damage was pretty good. Especially if you had the planeswalkers that only ticked down. That was a good way to kind of finish them out. That'll be interesting to see. Starting out with the Vivian. Cast creature spells as though they had flash until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as it remains exiled, you may cast it if it's a creature spell. Seems pretty good. Cruel Celebrant seems pretty decent. Ingress Rampage was just okay. Again, board stalls being what they were. Death Sprout was alright, not great. Divine Arrow was pretty good. Stealth Mission I remember actually being playable. Thunder Drake could get out of hand pretty fast. Arboreal Grazer I feel like was better than it should have ever been. Yeah, nothing too exciting compared to Vivian though. We're going to take our Planeswalker. Being passed to Dovin, instant sorcery spells your opponent's cast cost 1 more. Till next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by target permanent and opponent controls. I remember that being pretty good. Dovin was just very annoying, basically preventing damage from whatever their best creature was. Mayhem Devil was okay if you could get the build for it. Pledge of Unity is okay. I don't know that I want to take a gold this early, though. At least the hybrid, it can be either white or blue. Kaya's Ghost Form. Spark Reaper was pretty good. Unlikely 8, I remember being a pretty decent trick, too. I think I'm just going to take the 2 Planeswalkers, though, to start us out and see kind of where we go from there. Mizium Tank. 3/2 trample. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, becomes an artifact creature and gets +1/+1 at the end of turn. I don't ever remember that being good. Huatley's Raptor. When it enters the battlefield, proliferate. We could be a green-white. So, yeah, we'll take a look at that. Battlefield promotion. +1/+1 on target creature. Gains first strike until end of turn. Gain 2 life. Seems like a pretty decent trick. I don't ever remember seeing it played, but... Charming Stray. I mean, it's a kitty. It's not great, but it's a kitty. Last to have being very good. It might honestly be better than Huatley's Raptor. The only thing is Proliferate hits our Planeswalkers as well. So I'm tempted to take that. I might stick to that. If Reaver comes back, we know something's wrong. But I think we're going to stick to our guns here. Here's potentially another just mono green Planeswalker. Creatures you control have haste. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Scry 1. Seems decent. Probably what we're going to go with here. I remember this being good. I don't even remember this. It's just a 7/6 big boy. I do remember just big stats being pretty good, but some sort of evasion was nice in the long run. We're going to keep taking Planeswalkers here and see what we can make of it. Each player chooses a creature or Planeswalker they control, then sacrifices the rest. Players can't cast creature or Planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. I don't know that I love it, but it is sort of a board wipe, which can be pretty good. We could take another Dovin. The 3/4 flyer is actually real stats. Otherwise, there's not too much here I care about. I don't know that I want a second Dovin. I'm honestly between either Makeshift Battalion or Single Combat. The Pouncing Lynx is okay. But I'm thinking, even though it's not a great board wipe, it is still a board wipe, which might be pretty good. Another Raptor. There's also an Arboreal Grazer here. If we were red-blue spells, which we haven't really kind of been anywhere near that, but we could, especially with Thundering Drake still in here. We could theoretically look at Invade the City, but I think what our picks are so far, I'm not disappointed what keeps coming around. I mean, there's the 1/3 flyer here. Another Huatley's Raptor, the Arboreal Grazer. Teo was actually pretty good. I don't hate that at all. There's also a Cruel Celebrant in here, which might be worth a splash in all honesty. That is actually pretty good. So, some decent black in here, some okay red. We're going to take Teo, though.
Others like me?
Keep taking
So
planeswalkers.
glad to meet you.
We got a 2/2 and makeshift battalion here. Thinking the makeshift battalion just because it works. 2-drops are pretty good as well. Makeshift battalion's been going around pretty late. Arboreal Grazer, Steady Aim. There's also another Cruel Celebrant. After our couple of green picks, our green is kind of dried up. We might be looking at white-black, just kind of seeing what's going around. I might pick up the Cruel Celebrant here. I hope I don't kick myself for passing the Grazer. No, I'm going to take the Grazer. We're going to stick to our guns on this one. Loxodon Sergeant is just a decent 4-drop. Keeps us aggressive, doesn't tap us out for the crackback. Take ourselves a kitty here. Mana Geode is not exactly where we want to be. There's been some decent blue going around. I'll pick up the Kesmina's Transmutation on the off chance we end up, I don't know, floating that way a little bit. Definitely need a little bit. Ooh, talk about rewards here. Tulsimir is a beating. I loved seeing this card in drafts. So, enters the battlefield. It's a 3/3 for 5. Not great. But when it enters the battlefield, you create a legendary wolf. 3/3 wolf. And whenever a wolf enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life. And that creature just fights something. It absolute beating. I didn't even pay attention to what else is in there because I don't need to. So we've got Vivian's Arcbow, which would let us go looking for a creature, putting it onto the battlefield. I'm kind of leaning towards Jin Yang with how much proliferate we have. He puts +1/+1 counters on things and helps kind of fix. Yeah, I think Jin Yang is kind of where we're at here. I do like seeing the battlefield promotion. I'm hoping that comes back, but I don't think the other one did, so we probably won't see it. Ward Scale Crocodile is very good as well. I'd almost consider that over Jin Yang, in all honesty.
Hi,
just the 5/3 hexproof. You give it any sort of evasion and you're doing pretty good. Karn the Great Creator. Activated abilities of artifacts your opponent's control can't be activated until your next turn. Up to one target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact. You reveal an artifact card that you own from outside the game, or choose a face-up artifact card you own in exile. Put that card into your hand. Karn doesn't do a whole lot for us here. Bond of Flourishing. Look at the top 3 cards. Reveal a permanent card. Put it onto the bottom of your... Yeah, no, not really what we're looking for. Storm the Citadel. Again, not exactly what we're looking for. Vivian's Grizzly is really good. There's also another wolf here if we wanted to go wolf strategies, but I don't think we can pass up Vivian's Grizzly. It's just a good creature, good late game ability. We aren't really looking black, but man, I really like Obnixilis. I don't know that we are able to splash for it. There's a Crawl Stinger here. 2/2 Death Touch is just okay. Tap target permanent. If it's an artifact, destroy it, draw a card. Probably would rather just have the Raptor, get us something more late game. The Death Touch isn't bad. It does kind of let us get in a little better. Oh, Mowoo. Vigilance Trample. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on Loyal Companion, then that many +1 are put on instead. Just a decent card. Search your library for up to 2 basic force cards. If you control a Nissa, instead search your library for up to 3, which we don't have a Nissa. There's also a Vivian's Grizzly, which is good. Band Together, not bad, actually. Oh, that's tough. I think I'm going to take the Mowoo. I probably am supposed to take the Band Together there because that is sort of a semi-removal spell, which we do not have a whole lot of. That being said, we could take Martyr for the Cause, but since we don't have a whole lot of removal, I think I just want plain and simple Giant Growth. Again, I don't think we're looking at blue, really. We're kind of more green-white. That is a good card. We might just take... Oh, we got a Crocodile coming back. That is what I like to see. There's also a New Horizons, which is really good, but I don't think I can pass up the Hexproof guy. Spooter gives us a way to block flyers. Choose a creature or planeswalker you control. All damage that would be dealt to at this turn permanent you control is dealt to chosen permanent instead. Just fine. Probably going to end up taking the Death Toucher here, though. Okay, so we've got a second Ward Scale Crocodile. I think I'd rather take our first Battlefield Promotion. It's going to work well with our +1/+1 counters. Again, we don't have removal, so first strike on a creature is kind of our way of removing things. Probably, yeah, just taking the wolf here. It's not irrelevant. Its ability, take a second Claw Stinger. I don't think I'm playing Gideon's Sacrifice. We'll set it in the sideboard for now. There is a world where we play it, but I don't know that that is the world we want to live in. Aim high, however, I am happy to take. Or steady aim, I guess. Solar Blaze. Don't think we want that. Rally of Wings. Untap all creatures you control. Creatures you control with flying get +2/+2 until end of turn. We don't really have a whole lot in the flying aspect. Untapping everything sounds nice, but what else do we have here? Got a Cron Strangler. Every creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, which is what, one one creature. So it's just a 2/1 otherwise that doesn't do a whole lot. Iron Bully is actually pretty good with our counter strategy we're going with here. I'm going to take Steady Aim out for now. It's the one I'm least excited about. We're going to take that out and put in an Iron Bully. Jaya, Venerated Fire Mage. Not great for us. We got just a big old 2/5. We don't really want to be blocking things. Rising Populace could be pretty good. Whenever another creature or planeswalker you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Works well with kind of what we're doing. Charmed Stray is not great, so we can probably take that out. Put the Rising Populace in. Whenever a creature you control Death Touch deals damage to a player, a planeswalker, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Honestly, not bad. I mean, it's also 4/4. It comes in with a 1/1 Death Toucher. Whenever it deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy it. That is a relevant ability. Is there anything else we would rather have? Ooh. Probably the Thundering Ceratok, honestly. Vraska is tempting because we do have a Crawl Stinger. We have 2 Crawl Stingers, but I think the Ceratok is better for our deck. I don't know what exactly we would cut for it, but we'll look at our picks here and make a decision later. Could take a Makeshift Battalion, an Enforcer Griffin. Not a whole lot here we're excited to see, really. Might just take the Defiant Strike. It does cantrip. Otherwise, Battalion might be a decent call, too. I don't know exactly what we're taking out for it, but it does make a +1/+1 counter on itself. I'm not gonna lie, tempted to splash for that as well. I mean, we're not seeing a whole lot of anything for us. I'm gonna take the Domri's Ambush for now. It's a punch spell. We're not exactly set up to splash, but we don't really have a whole lot else that we're looking for. Battlefield Promotion is probably what we're after here. There's a New Horizons we could take if we really want to splash the Ambush. But I think we're looking for more of the trick than we are the fixing. Again, nothing really here for us. Probably take the Defiant Strike again as a cantrip if we need it. It's probably going to get cut. 10th District Legionnaire, Haste. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, it gets +1/+1 counter on it. I mean, that's good, but I don't, again, know that we're looking to splash the red. I think we just take the wolf here. It'll probably get cut. Okay, so we got a Gateway Plaza. That makes the ambush a little easier if we choose to go that route. We got a big boy. Big boy's probably going to get cut, but we'll set you in the deck for now. Probably cut an ambush, which cuts the plaza. I don't know that we're playing links, but you'll be set in there for now. Got 5 planeswalkers. Are there ones we really don't care about as much? Dovin isn't really anything exciting. Second War Screecher, I don't know that we'll play it, but we'll put it in for now. Okay, let's see here. So, I don't know that Arboreal Grazer is as good as we would want it to be. I don't know that we want 2 War Screechers. I don't know that I care about Pouncing Lynx. Giving our creatures 2/1 haste seems decent. Seems a little redundant when he comes in and creatures you control have haste, but you can kill him off and the creature you just played will still have haste. Vivian seems good. Jin Yang seems good. Teo may be a little slow. I don't know that Teo's where we're looking to be. So that puts us at what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-creatures. Let's look at our creatures here. Tulsamir's good. Ward Scale Croc is good. Enforcer Griffin I could see cutting. Maybe Thundering Ceratok, but I don't hate that. Ironclad can get out. Not cutting Vivian's Grizzly. It's a good kind of late game setter. a wolf and a battalion. One more. Maybe it's Defiant Strike. Yeah, we'll cut a Defiant Strike for now. We'll run that, see how it goes. I could see maybe cutting the Grazer over the Defiant Strike, but I do kind of like the idea of getting an extra land on the battlefield early. Getting to some of our larger drops at the end here. Doesn't seem great, doesn't seem terrible. We'll keep it. Martyr for a cause here. Oh, they're gonna kill it right off the bat. Yep. Vivian next turn. So we can play Vivian -2, but then she dies right away. Or we can just +1 her. That way she gets to live.
Reliable than humans. Starting over's the only
Seems
way.
fine, unless they burn her out, which is also possible. But again, we were kind of hoping that they might focus a lot of their resources onto our planeswalkers. We ended up cutting 2 of them, but
I'm not losing everything again.
there's 3 damage there we just didn't take. We can cast creatures as though they had flash. So I think we just pass here. We can Huatley's Raptor and Battlefield Promotion.
I never cast the first stone, just the last.
That's a little annoying. I should have full controlled. Dang it. If I'd full controlled, I could have held priority and got 2 counters on my Raptor.
I've seen
Dang it.
squirrels hit harder.
It's alright. Relearning this set, I'm sure, is going to be a task and a half. Come at Nahiri here.
As I bleed, so shall you.
I think we'll play the Croc and then we'll give the Raptor
All things begin
reach, I
and
guess.
end in nature.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yep. I mean, we might as well. They want to...
I've seen puppies whine less than you.
If they want to, trade or chump, they are more than welcome to. Cool. We can cast Mowu at end of turn. They're gonna go looking. Seems like they might, which is good for us. Nope. Okay. Dies, amass zombies 1. Three Vidge Trample. Yeah, like that. I think we -2 here, see what kind of resources we can find.
You can still walk away.
That seems good. Yeah, it seems fine. Yep, that's what we like to see. They're looking for cards.
Perish without me then.
Wait. If it's a creature spell. I did not pay attention to that part. Alright, well I didn't want to exile that then, but that's alright, we got the win. They gave up. And that's what we call picking a whole bouquet of oopsie daisies. It's alright, one win. Run it back. I don't know that this deck performed as well as I wanted it to, but it was okay. It's also hard to kind of evaluate it. One, it's a 5-year-old set, and two, we are comparing it to the cards of today, which are absolutely busted compared to the cards of yesteryears, so. Ooh, crunchy boy. Throw out the War Screecher here, blocks Crunchy Boy pretty well. If they come in, they've probably got the trick, and we won't fall for it. We can force them to use it. What is right here? We could Vivian +1, get in for 1. Don't hate that. It's not. I don't think it's optimal, but again, it'll start making them
For the fallen.
probably putting resources at Vivian, which buys us time to get our Board Skill Crocodile. Okay, that's rude, but we can get first strike and deal with your creatures.
I only pick targets that interest me. Nobody appreciates my handiwork.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, but we're missing a white. That's annoying. So I think what we do here, we give our War Screecher Vigilance.
Wait, you think nature is
Come
kind?
in.
Just a flesh wound.
And pass turn, we can flash in Martyr for the Cause. I think that's probably better than the Huatli's Raptor. Got an effect before blocks. I'd rather you didn't, but I guess I'd understand if you did. Get to proliferate, so we can give Vivian an extra counter. Okay, that's good, because otherwise I was going to kill Vraska next turn, so that was good for you.
If you see an assassin coming for you, that's a bad assassin.
Well, damn. We are one off from doing that. How much do we care? How much do we care? I mean, we can give this Vigilance.
You fight like a city brat.
Hit Vraska. And give it a +1/+1 counter. That way it will be dead.
I won't forgive this.
I don't think we let them kill Vivian. I think we're willing to... Oh, it doesn't matter. They're killing Vivian. Okay, that was good. That was really good for them.
Ah! Strike! Every defeat is a new beginning.
Alright, now this is what we're talking about. And it is a fight, right? Yep, so I think we would rather punch the Crunchy Boy there. I don't hate that. We're probably going to lose, but we don't have a whole lot other wolves, so I think we just give our guys trample and keep coming in. Get real aggressive with it. Yeah, yeah. Opponent seems to be flooding out, so that's kind of what we like to see. Sure. And we're going to give this guy first strike. So we will lose one creature, trade for the entire board, and we'll play a Death Toucher on top of it. That, hopefully, unless they draw a board wipe, should be all they wrote. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh man, tight plays. With our loose punts, I don't know that we'll be doing well. Oh, and we go first? This is not great. I mean, we literally can't cast anything till 3, which isn't terrible, I don't think, in this set. But all it is a 2/2 menace. Yeah, I think I gotta take a mulligan on that one. This looks better. Probably getting rid of... probably the bully, honestly. Keeping our trick, keeping our true drop, keeping our Vivian. That sounds right. And then hopefully we can use Vivian to maybe dig us out of something. Or we can just draw into the nut. That would be nice. Play a flyer. Do it. Do it. Nothing. That's what I thought. You know? I don't hate it, but I have a feeling that they're going to burn our creature for 3 when we come in. So we're going to play Vivian
Tear
first.
it down. Tear it all down.
Seems like a decent tempo play for you. What do we want to do here? I think I still like playing Vivian again. We're gonna +1 again, so we can come in for 1.
Let me show you what was lost.
They're gonna have to at least amass 2 to make me consider not blocking. And even if they do, Vivian's at 5. Yeah, I'm not too worried about her taking 4 damage. She's still alive.
Okay,
She's still around.
so you've got claws.
Ooh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So here, I think I'm gonna drop Jinyangu.
Much to learn.
Give our spider a +1/+1.
My strength.
Give it vigilance. Come in
Strike
for
now.
2.
Strike hard.
And then we have both battlefield promotion and, or giant growth up, depending on how we feel we want to take that. Oh, that's rude. It can't block this turn. Okay, that's unfortunate. They are going to kill whichever they choose, probably the Vivian. Yep. That's alright. We still got Jingyu.
Let's do this again.
Oh, a flyer, huh? That's not the greatest for you. Alright, let's come in for 2. We'll play our Grizzly. We can give it a little pump it up.
Teamwork is strength.
And they'll probably kill Jingyu, but that's fine. We've got 2 pretty decent creatures on the board.
The focused and disciplined encounter no obstacles. Meditate.
Sure. What do you get? Oh, Jaya's greeting. That's rough. I think that's so another thing I think I remember from this set is, yeah, you return target non-land permanents with your bounce spells, so like they don't even get rid of the armies. Proliferate, draw a card. That's really good. Oh, really? Bold. Here. Think we put a +1/+1 on the Grizzly. Use it to kill Narset.
I've learned a lot. Be your best self.
Hold up battlefield promotion for something that comes up, I guess.
I shall miss your company.
Oh, that was cute, Narset, but I won't. Get in the graveyard now. Okay, that's rude, but we can deal with it. Okay, that's rude, but we can deal with it. Let's go looking for a creature. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that is just lovely. Fight their 1/2 away. Now, do we want to come in with both? No, because the spider's only when it blocks. They're gonna... Nope, they're not gonna double block. That's fine. We're gonna kill this and get it out of the way now. I mean, it'll come back, but it'll be several turns. Hopefully we can keep the pressure on them. Yeah, figured that was coming. Each player chooses a creature or planeswalker they control and sacrifices the rest. I don't love that. Not right now, especially. Do we come in with everything? If we come in with everything, they can block the 3/3, but they go to 5, which makes our Grizzly lethal. I like that a lot. Yeah, we'll reveal, we'll put that in our hand. Could have probably done that at end of turn, but I was hoping if we hit something we could drop it. So here might be a decent time to single combat. We'll keep our 5/6, which none of their creatures really block well into. They can't cast creatures next turn, so we either have to find removal or we win. There we go. Beautiful. That was a nice little one, too. Okay, this is real bad, and this absolutely needs to get mulliganed. This is a lot better, and we will keep this tossing back. I'm tempted to say the battlefield promotion, because we can go Grazer, drop another land, Jin Yang, put a counter on the Grazer, and then all we're looking for is one more to be able to Tulsimir on 4. So yeah, I think that's the right call. Drop the Grazer. Lay down the plains. And we'll have a 1/4. Not quite the land we're looking for, but
Let me know if you find anything.
not bad. If we don't find our land, we can Huatli's Raptor, proliferate our 2 creatures. Oh hey, Emily, Jacob, what's up? We are just doing a little War of the Spark drafting. Having a little blast from the past. Okay, so here... Tulsimir? Yeah, that sounds about right. Our dog will eat the cat. We'll put a +1/+1 counter on... Oh, probably Tulsimir.
We'll do this together.
And right now we're sitting pretty good. We can drop Huatli's Raptor next turn. Hit 3 targets with the proliferate. Oh, I just about to go. I thought you didn't see the message. I mean, sometimes I get distracted. My setup isn't exactly great. I don't have the messages right in front of me, but I try and look over every now and then to catch them. So sorry if I don't catch you, you know, in a timely manner. But either way, I do appreciate the messages, and I appreciate you tuning in and stopping by. Do that. Let's give our wolf here +1/+1 counter, and we will swing in for 6. Anyways, I appreciate you not holding it against me. Is there a reason to hold the land? Not really. They are in black. They could rip it out of our hand. And we have 5 drops we'd like to play, so we'll drop it. And they know our shields are down. I'm a little bit tired, so I just passing my time watching stream. Fair enough. It's a good way to do it. Definitely done the same. Do we care about keeping Jin Yang around? We do have a couple other proliferate spells. Yeah, and I think it'll potentially soak up some damage for us. So let's just keep coming in. We've still got a Vigilance creature. Could theoretically drop a counter on our Snare Spinner, but I think we're better off just kind of keeping it as a distraction. Well, I'm from the Midwest, around the Kansas City area. You're catching us at our not draft portion of the... Oh, what tricks are in this set? Is there +1/+1 in first strike? Yeah, we'll use it on that then instead. You caught us in our drafting section. This is kind of my day off, so I'm just trying to look at all the other formats that I don't usually look at. But War of the Spark was when I started getting back into paper Magic again before, obviously, the pandemic hit. And so it's just a little nostalgic for me. Opponent controls dealt damage this turn, so it's gonna kill whatever comes back, huh? I think I'm okay with that. I mean, we're up on board. Let's make them use it.
Our teamwork is strength.
But after this draft, we'll probably look at the, what is it? Is it Brawl or Historic? Oh, whatever those formats are. Alchemy. They're ones that I tend to avoid. I much prefer Limited as a format. but I'm trying to diversify what I play. Even if it's only once or twice a week.
Embrace the
Soren, what do you do? 1 damage target creature, target player, planeswalker, and return a creature. Well, that's rude. Okay, and if I use single combat, they probably keep this Rising Populace around and turn it into a 5/5. That doesn't seem good for us either. Man, we are in kind of a tricky spot here. We don't really have much in the way of removal. So I think we're just sitting back for the time being. Weather around here is alright today. We've had, what, 2 days ago it was in like the 30s, 40s. Yesterday we were in the 70s, and I think today we're in like the 60s. So we're a little all over the place around our parts. But it could be worse. I know there are some places further up north that are getting pelted with snow. This is probably another one of the Gorgons, huh? Yeah, I think we just take 3 here and let it be what it is. I mean, they could just be doing it for the lifelink, but I'd rather not find out the hard way.
Wild animals I like. People?
We probably just use Vivian's -2 here to try and find something right away.
Of life are endless.
Oof, and our stuff is our stuff is getting worse and worse by the minute here.
Scars are
Yep.
lessons written in skin.
What a mess I've made.
Ping that for 1. Yup, come in. I mean, if you've got the Gorgon, you've got the Gorgon. I think we're going to have single combat here soon anyways.
Ha! I've seen worse.
Drop our Crocodile. At least it can trade with the Rising Populace as it currently sits. Gotcha. What do you do? Do you stream Magic as well, or do you stream other things?
Belong to me now.
More cats. Okay, with that off the field, I don't feel near as bad playing the single combat here. Yeah, makes sense that they're going to keep that because they're going to be able to bring things back, but we're at least going to make it a little harder on them.
Stamina.
Horror games like Dead by Daylight, Phasmo, and shooting as well like Valorant. Gotcha. That's cool. I love watching horror games. I kind of hate playing them, so I'd have to check out your stream sometime.
Accept the darkness
I
of
get
me.
big anxiety, which does not bode well for someone who wants to play horror games. But watching it isn't so bad. I'm not as invested. Like I say, it just gives me the anxiety playing it, just knowing something's coming, and I can just feel that, like, tension in my chest. I guess, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the jump scares. But like I say, I love watching the horror games. Something about them just hits the soul. But when I'm playing them, after about an hour, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Cool. Cool, yep, bring that back. That seems real fair.
My heart is hollow with scorn for you. I demand servitude.
Okay. I mean, we could swing at Soren. They don't block. We can kill it with Giant Growth.
I think we bully, putting the counter on itself here, and then Crawl Stinger. Any goals with streaming? To an extent. I mean, if something comes of it, that would be great. I studied TV radio production in college and was not fortunate enough to get a degree out of it, but I got a lot of skills. Unfortunately, that was all I got, and skills don't add up to anything when you're trying to get a job anywhere else. So streaming is giving me video to work with and just kind of getting me back into the habits of that. I do work as well, yes. This is a fairly new thing that nothing has come of it as of right now, so we're just doing it for fun. Sure, fine. We're gonna take a bit of a big crack back. We should have dropped our Loxodon Sergeant first here. I mean, it sounds like a thing. The corporate grind is a rough one. But you do what you gotta do to live. Okay. So let's drop the Loxodon here. Swing in with our creatures. I think I kind of want to pass and hold up Giant Growth. Okay, 1/5 lifelink. Yeah, that's easy to get through. I don't care which one you want to kill. You get your choice. Okay, so you're going to kill the bully first. We'll Giant Growth our Loxodon. And that's all you're getting is the bully. Okay, so here... I do not have Discord. Nope. I had it a long time ago, and I just did not enjoy the experience it ever gave me. So no Discord here. But you know, if you hit the little notification button, it'll let you know when I'm live, and you'll be able to join in whenever we're around, and I can absolutely talk your ear off while you try and relax. Okay, if we attack. We really don't have any good attacks, so we just Grizzly here and hold up the activation to go looking for a creature. The only one drop we have is in our hand, so there's no reason to do it right now. Watley's... Oh, I didn't do that at upkeep. Oh well. Watley's Raptor doesn't do a whole lot here. We'll activate this now as subpar as that is. Does that stay on top or does it go on the bottom? It goes on the bottom. Okay, cool. Cool. I think I still pass. Holding up another activation of the Grizzly. And as long as we can keep Grizzly alive, I think we will slowly dig our way... Never mind. I was going to say we will slowly dig our way back into this, but 9/9 Ugin's Conjurant will put a little bit of a different flair on that. Do we just want to lay out a bunch of creatures then and be able to trade? I think so. Yes, please. Please. And pass turn. This, do we still have our War Screecher? Yeah, so War Screecher wouldn't be bad. It'd give us a way to pump. Oy vey. Yep. You get to kill any two. Unless you got a trick, in which case we're really donezo, but... Trying to think, even if they had a trick, we'd have to block with everything. I really do not want to give up the Grizzly. Because that's what's going to slowly... Yep, that is most unfortunate. Okay. At least they didn't take everything. We'll activate this once, see what we get. Nothing. Okay. I forgot that the damage to it does remove counters from it, so that makes it a little easier. Alright, giving us another activation here. Yeah, put it in hand. We can drop both our creatures. We don't have an activation of the Grizzly at that point, but it's probably better to have actual things on the field here. What are we looking for to really dig us out of this? Going to get the finisher. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. I mean, yeah. Not great, but it does make... force them to use it if they want to get the value out of it. I think we do attack with Arlen here. Fine trading it off for the finisher or knocking down the construct. Passing turn. This gives first strike, which... Oh, are you joking me? Yep. Yep, that hurts a little bit. But we can block it with Huatley's Raptor, make Huatley a 3/4 first strike. It'll bring the Conjurant down to where we won't trade. And I'm going to risk our Grizzly here. Beautiful. Okay. Yep, they're going to ping it back up to 4. But that bought us a little bit of time. I like that. Most unfortunate. Yep, we'll put it into our hand. It's something. What else we got here? Yep, a little late, but better than nothing. Still attacking doesn't do a whole lot. I think we're just going to end up decking out before we even get a chance, really. Because they are at 30 life. There is one card we don't know. Sure. Past that, we are not sitting with much in our hand. I mean, we can cycle to Salmon. Charmed Stray getting out of hand here. Come in with these two, keep the battlefield promotion up. Okay, well, we can kill a charmed stray. And keep our guy alive, so that's better than nothing here. They are gaining more life than we dealt, though, which is unfortunate. But again, I think we are at that point of what I remember the set being of just very pass go. Yep, and then we get to draw our Sammet.
Initiate, you are not worthy.
We can, however, make Huatli's Raptor
Surrender
big enough
now, and I'll spare
to
you.
get in. Is there anything else we're cycling to? Nope, we got 4 turns worth of lands. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yep, love it. I think we give the +1/+1 to the... I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, but... Give it to the Grizzly.
Strike now!
Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm trying to put it in bottom. We do know what our cards are. Life total is at such a healthy life total that really there is no concern.
You are blind to the truth.
Scare him a little bit. What do you have that you're willing to throw those out? Nothing. You just can activate your own. Makes sense. You are losing your cat, though, which seems like an odd choice, but sure. Yep.
I have witnessed enough destruction already.
Cool. That's just what they needed. Man. Do we just go to damage and let it happen? Nah, I mean they can do it, but again, I don't foresee us winning this in any fashion. one more turn. Yeah, they got us. We'll still attack it out. But yeah, they drew us out just right. Man, that was a tough one. Let's get on to our next game instead of drawing this out any further. Had a good little run there, though, where we weren't losing anything, which was nice. And you kind of get to that point where you're like, well, I'm not winning, so I might as well make it so you can't win either. This seems fine. I don't know that we want to drop Huatli's Raptor right off the bat when we've got Jin Yang, but we might Stinger, Jin Yang, and then a couple of Raptors if we get the extra land. Yeah, if they're not going to put any pressure on us, we'll take our time to set up. There's an argument for Grizzly there, especially when they're on mono green at the moment. Let's Jin Yang here. Yeah, opponent looks like they are breaking on one of their colors.
You look like a worthy opponent. Be your best self.
That was beautiful. By turn 4, having a 4/4, a 2/3, and a planeswalker out. How do we want to play this? Probably Mowu. Because I think I want to give the counters to Mowu here. Just an overpowered play. Janyangu and Mowu making the perfect combo. Please. Now see, this is how we kind of drew it up. This is what we wanted to see. Oh, beautiful. I mean, it helps that our opponent did nothing for 5-6 turns and then scooped. But hey, those count. We absolutely take those. Now, does that mean if I could do this full time, I wouldn't? Absolutely not. You know I would. This seems real bad. We're on the draw. I don't love it. Are we willing to gamble? How much are we willing to gamble? I mean, we've already shown that there are plenty of hands that we can go to 6 on and still do alright. So I think we're probably best to mulligan this and see what we can get. Because as it sits right now, we have nothing that we can play. So yeah, I think that's our strategy here. that away. This seems keepable. Now, what's the right thing to get rid of? Probably the crocodile, but I don't love it. We'll probably start with the snare spinner, especially with them dropping blue. There's a likelihood they burn it out here, but that ain't terrible. So not gonna cast anything here. Play that, get our 3-drop down. See how well this tank works out for them. They're in the right colors for it. I think we still come in, especially with giant growth up. I like the idea of them blocking with it, it being a 4/3 and us just killing it with our 1 mana spell. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. We can let them kill the wolf and probably block the spider, or we can save the wolf and not kill or lose the spider. And I think if we're going to be losing out, I want to make sure that they're losing their creature as well. I think that's the right call. Drop down our martyr and pass the turn. That was good though. A removal spell is probably where it's at. I don't know why I figured they were going to be playing some sort of draw spell. Enters the battlefield if you control another creature with 4 or greater, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Well, you don't. So that's nice for us. Come in with the martyr here. You're not going to block. If you do, we're happy for it. Okay. Deal. Get your big boy out of the way. I'm okay with that. We don't have removal, so our combat checks have to be our removal. Oh, man. Is that dog? No, that's not dog meat. Dang it. Thought they had dog meat sleeves there for a second. I about got real excited. Cool.
I'm the best fire starter there is.
Yep.
No problem fire can't solve.
Okay, so she's gonna kill our planeswalker here,
World out there. We'll do this
but
together.
probably worth it to get their card advantage out of here.
Well, that was a disaster.
Because otherwise, yeah, they just keep exiling cards. Yep, it's okay. I know what you're doing. And it makes sense. It really does. Okay, it's not your turn though, so we'll take that. We'll give our creatures... Oh, do you have a counter? Really? Really? You're gonna be that way? I mean, they can activate it. Oh no, they have to sacrifice another creature? Oh. Oh, we're coming in then. Absolutely. Deal. We'll race this out. When in doubt, race it out. Look at their good puppers they got. Not as good as our foxy boy. Pew pew! Oh, I forgot about all the fun things you can play with on this map. Where is it? There it is. I was saying, oh, there's something you can destroy here. Yeah, it's the statue of Dolus. Yeah. Deal. Oh, they... Okay. They 2-for-1 themselves for that? That seems good for us. Absolutely. Let's... So we could just give our Ceratok Vigilance and Reach, which might be the best thing here. It allows us to keep getting aggressive. If they're willing to trade, that gets Neheb off the battlefield, which I think we're also okay with. Yeah. Because last thing we want is them to be able to fix their lands that they're drawing.
How this thing goes is up to you, pal. Have you ever lost a home?
Have you ever lost a home? Because I can't find mine. I don't know where I left it. Trade. Do it. Do it. It's the safest time. I've got nothing in hand. It's perfect. Oh, beautiful. Get that booger out of here. Get that traitor out of here. Rude. I was going to use
Not
that to fix
again.
draws. We're just going to keep being aggressive. I mean, they're not really in colors that's going to rip it out of our hand. We don't have anything else, really, that we need it for. I was going to say Grizzly's the only thing, but we can play it, and then Grizzly. Please don't counter this. I would really like to have this. Thank you. My turn. Let's see if we can get something going. I guess. It means we're not drawing it. We'll land first before we swing. That way if they have a trick, we can Grizzly twice. Okay. So you could trade for the Grizzly if you so chose. Which I was going to say, imagine is what you'll do. That's why we played our land first. We could get double Grizzly trigger. Yes, please. And yes, please. And that way we can just kind of go for gas here. But we've got opponent in a precarious spot for sure. Yep, and I think they knew that. We were going to play a couple of creatures, make things real difficult for them. We're doing all right. We'll keep this. Depending on how aggressive they get, we might drop Raptor for no value, but it'd be nice to stinger into Janyangu. If we get our 4th land, then we can also drop a Raptor, proliferating on both of those creatures like we did last time. But like I say, we'll see how aggressive our opponent gets here. 1/3. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. They're getting that. Again, not too terribly worried about that. So I think we'll take the turn off. Take one. That's a little more annoying. That's 2 bodies, 1 card. Hopefully Stinger will hold back at least the 2 on the ground. They might blind blast us just to keep being aggressive. Alright, land here would be just beautiful. That's perfect. So we're gonna... How do we want to do this? I mean, we can sacrifice the raptor, right?
Come
Yeah.
on, old. Time to have your day. Share in my strength.
That seems good. It'll definitely take some focus off of us. Oh, okay. Just kidding. Jane is Jane Yang Yu is dying. Absolutely just getting myrtleized. There's nothing we can do about that. And I think we're losing this. Because these 2 here are just a 1-2 combo punch that will ruin our day. Let's see. Well, there's no reason to hold this back anymore, really. We could play that, or we could play the Spooter. I don't know exactly which one's the right one. The Spooter can block the 2/2 flyer, so probably the Spooter. Probably still going to take 6, potentially 9 here. They only come in with the 6/6 and the 3/3. We can double block that and at least bring the 6/6 back to the ground. Or they could all out attack and we just take a masterful beating. What tricks you got up your sleeve, huh? Looking awful sus over there, but you know I'm blocking. I am on the back foot. I'm absolutely blocking. Maybe they just forgot it had that. They're intending to kill it. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what their thought process is.
Behold, new wonders.
Yep, makes sense. Okay, so we're taking 6 in the air next turn, no matter what. I think we just lose here, because they're going to make their 1/1 into a copy of... Well, no, because that wouldn't have the counters. So if they make it into the army, it doesn't do that. Okay. So I don't think we're as dead as I thought we were. We're still not sitting good by any means. We are 2 turns from death. Now we're just dead? No, not quite. Close, but not quite. Yep, makes sense. 7/7, come to smack me in the face. And really, you could swing with all. You're gonna lose your 3/3, and then I'll be okay with that, because I can jump your giant thing. Your giant. Oh, does it matter? I don't believe it does.
True heretics will feel the bite of my blades. Deceit will never be rewarded.
trying to attack their planeswalker in hopes that maybe they'll want to keep it alive. They think it's valuable and they'll throw the Skylord in front. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think that's our only out at this point, is playing to them messing up.
Craft your demise.
Of which they did not do. So that's game. Wait, maybe they attack Samet? Nope. Had to hope. Sometimes hope does nothing for us. Cool. Real cool. Yep. Getting paired up against a Mythic Drafter. Awesome. Awesome. Why? Gotta mulligan that. This is worse. Okay. This we can keep. Probably getting rid of Samet and the Crasher. I don't think it matters which one we draw first. Okay, Bully is good as well. Like to see a Bully. These are kind of cool sleeves. Rude. Oh, we'll play Death Toucher. Death Toucher can attack through that pretty well. Probably could have made an attack with it. I doubt they would have blocked. Gonna put the +1/+1 counter on the Stinger. I highly doubt they're gonna double block. And if they do, I am absolutely okay with that. We can draw a land, we can Tulsimir, get our Voja out, and fight probably the Spark Reaper. We'll see what they play here. Nothing, huh? Well, let's attack first. I'm a little hesitant to run out Tulsimir into 5 open mana against blue-black. I think we just locks it on Sergeant here. It's just a 3/3 Vigilance at this point. Yep. Like I say, it just seemed too suspicious. So hopefully next turn, they play something we don't have to worry about Tulsimir as much. Oh, rude. However, I don't think I have to worry about Unlikely Hate as much now, or the counter. So we're going to run out Tulsimir and hope to punch the Spark Reaver. Right, because this is indestructible, unfortunately. Spark Reaper, however, you don't have another one, do you? You know how backbreaking that would be? Oh, they can go get it though. Oh man, I didn't think of that. But I mean, on the upside on that end, we did still kill a creature. You know, it's not the one we were intending, but I would have much preferred to kill that. I didn't realize I had another one in hand, however. That changes things a little. We really don't have much of an attack here. Yep. So we're kind of at that point of the game again where you just play pass go or draw go. Either or. Not a whole lot of action happening is the point of the story here. Come on, deck. Come on, man. I do have to remember we went down to 5 as well, so we're doing all right for our situation, but whew, struggling. No, please. I love breaking on anything to do. Who wants to draw action anyways? Really, the whole fun part of this game is just drawing lands and getting to play them. Anything past that and, you know, you're just playing around. Sure. Does it matter? No. But we'll see if we can debate them into it. Nothing else. We're getting a +1/+1 counter on our guy, maybe? These Spellkeeper Weirds are just brutal. Yeah, you're probably going to sack it and go get either the counter or the unlikely aid, which is probably likely. You get the counter, you can counter my promotion. Okay, deal? I mean, they can still go get the counter, but it'll cost them a creature to do so. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I mean, that's... I don't love that they get to scry, but... Again, I'm not too terribly mad at that. Especially when I remember, that's right, we're playing against their 754 in all the draft. Like, I think we're holding our own alright. Depending on what their end game is, we might be hitting okay. Because if their end game is just to mill us out, they've got to find their mill strategy, and they are several cards ahead of us. Yep, 2 bodies, 1 card. Seems good. I mean, I guess in this regard, they do have us on a 12-turn clock, which doesn't quite have them milled out, so... Oh! I mean, they can counter it. How much do I care? Quite a bit, honestly. I think we keep passing. We're not dead yet. We want to bait out or kill the Spellkeeper Weird before quite going for single combat. Okay. No single combat don't even look as good. That sucks. That sucks. Let's see if we can get their weird to die here, though. Nope. It's alright. You'll take our single combat. Which, again, didn't look the greatest here anyways. We gain 2 life, which is essentially a time walk on this thing. Man, if this makes them sacrifice the weird to counter too, I'm gonna be so mad. Because I could see it right now, they just kind of have us dead on this Silverwing. Yeah, no attack still. Gonna eat your 1/1. That makes sense. Gain a life, draw a card. Opponent over there with a full grip of cards, like a greedy boogle. Vivian's Grizzly isn't bad for us. Still don't think we have an attack, and this is likely to get countered. If there were ever a card worthy of being countered, it's this one here, because this will let us dig to find something, anything. It'll let us put non-active spells at the bottom, pull creatures into our hand, so yeah. If there were ever a thing to counter, it's probably this. That being said, yep, if they sacrifice that, we can start swinging in for 3, which is big for us. Do we attack with the bully? I don't think so. I think we stick with just the martyr for now. Excuse me, waiter. I think I will have that chocolate cake. Man, they are churning for something. I swear, it's going to be one of those gods, and I'm just going to absolutely cry. Another Reaver. Okay, okay, okay. I mean, they're looking. Nothing says busted like draw a card. Yep, block, sack. Sure, sure, sure. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Interesting, but I suppose that just puts a threat on the board, which isn't bad. Giant Growth is nice here if they decide to block with that and trade. I don't know that they will, and even if they do, they can just Spark Reaper it away, but... it's the principle of it, I suppose. That's nice, though. That does let us make the block not near as good on the martyr. Just keep coming, and they don't stop coming. Yep, I was going to say, they're probably not going to try and trade with it quite yet. You know what I think is in this set, though? That Jace. You've got no cards in your library, you win. And it wouldn't surprise me if that's what they're working towards. And if I go out that way, I don't think I'm going to be upset. Am I okay with trading the Raptor? I think so. Because that Thunder Drake is going to be a problem for us, so I think we want to get rid of it. Okay. I like getting rid of a bunch of their card draw. However, I mean, at this point they have so much of it. That I think doesn't really matter. Again, they're probably working to Jace, and we're going to lose either way, but we're at least going to try. They got it. Ah, rude. So rude. No, that's alright. Your flyer can stay a 3/4. But now what are you going to do? I have Bestest Boy. Who cares if you're however many cards ahead of us? They've got to be working towards Jace. Absolutely have it in hand. Okay, that's real gross, so we lose. Now we'll take 4 here. There's no way this lands, right?
I've lost so much already.
Really?
I
So
won't
we're looking for a
lose now.
creature. Just
There is
any
wonder in a blade of grass.
creature. Are you joking me? Our singular 1-drop. Oh, okay. Yep. You got me. Good job, Vivian. All at me, huh? I mean, we could just... I'm sure they have something, but we'll mitigate a bit of damage. Again, I don't see us digging out of this. I kind of just hope that they have Jace in hand and are going to finish this out that way, but it doesn't look like they're going to let us do that. And for all I know, they don't even have it. Okay, let's spin that wheel again, shall we?
Not dead. You can still walk away.
Okay. That's not nothing. It is a creature. But yeah, just the Thunder Drake alone, I think, finishes this game out for him. I can't think of what we have. We didn't take any removal. Please finish us out with Jace. That's all I'm asking. That's all I want to see. Nope. We're just gonna have the beats. Yep, that sounds about right. That's game. Man. Oh, really? We're at 1. Oh, really? We drew 2 lands. Not to be surprised. Opponents high up on that ranking, and they don't get there for, you know, for no reason. Oh, good golly. But we got our money back, and then some. Bunch of packs that I was going to say aren't relevant to what we want to do, but they are, so...
My presence alone.
If we're looking at other forms of play on Arena...